So I was just in contact with an extraterrestrial being who suggested I do a recording. It's I experience extraterrestrial telepathic contact every day, and they suggested I go over to my computer, make another recording, make another video. And I'm worried about. I hope there's not some kind of training drill going on in the Pentagon tonight, some kind of training exercise, because I'm worried. I'm worried military war planners in the Pentagon want like hover tanks. As I remember hover cars growing up when I was a kid. That was not a new concept. It was not a new concept about 30 years ago. It's like, okay, so we all have the concept of hover cars on Earth. I don't want to say like the Jetsons. I had the Jetsons growing up. It was there in cartoons growing up. And where that goes pretty quickly for me is like the military wants hover tanks. It's like I want hover tanks patrolling your cities for UFOs. How do you think about that? Yeah. See, I don't trust the army enough as it is to think that they have what it takes to deploy hover tanks in urban war zones right now. I think our military wants like, I want a hovering tank flying around to blow the hell out of these damn flying saucers. I'm concerned that's what's going on in our Pentagon. And I guarantee you these guys are way too overeager to put hover tanks in our cities. That's just the gut feeling I get. I'm not briefed on any kind of official program like that. And I'm worried that's just going to take our nightmare state and make it, or what's kind of a nightmare state for people like myself when I'm having, I was just having this. I hope this is a training drill and this isn't the way the government's going to work tomorrow, because I cannot sign on this government as is and say this is a great government and it's really amazing. Actually, I just cannot do that and respect myself still. And I don't feel like it's like, do we have like a bunch of stable hover tank pilots I didn't know about, because I guarantee you helicopter pilots don't get enough time off or something. I get the impression helicopter pilots don't get enough time off work here in the USA. So during the telepathic contact with extraterrestrial, I think I sensed one or more of them right there. It's like I think we were communicating about the Five Eyes countries. It's like England, America, Australia, New Zealand. England, America, Australia, New Zealand, and I know I'm having that one. I know this is happening again. It's like England, Australia, America, New Zealand. It's not Canada. It's like we always want to leave that one out because of this ongoing joke in the Pentagon. I'm sure this joke has been going on for the last 6,000 years. I'm sure for the last 6,000 years, some guy in like the Canadian Ministry of Defense is like, yes, we have. Yeah, we have developed at least 11,000. Yes, we have developed at least 11,000. The cigar-shaped UFOs. We are ready to send 11,000 cigar-shaped UFOs to protect you from your own hover tanks, America. And I'm going, the cigar-shaped UFOs are no joke. The cigar-shaped UFOs are no joke. Like, I'm thinking of like horizontal cigar-shaped UFOs that have possibly some kind of human person, like an anti-gravity landing craft. And these are no fiction. These are real to people. Okay, so my feeling tonight, my take on what I'm learning with extraterrestrial telepaths is like America's not a safe country. Here in the United States, America is not a safe country, and people who feel like I just wanted to encourage people who are feeling like, do I need to get out of the program? Do I need to get out of the program? Isn't it? Do I need to get out of the country? Because I'm subject to synthetic telepathy and psychotronics. That's machines that act on my human mind. Like, everybody can have this regardless of whether they're in synthetic telepathy. They can have machines act on their mind. And I know thought steering is used to take me away from international opportunities, like looking for a job overseas. It's like technology's employed to go, nope, you're thinking about something else. And if I want to take, it's just like, here, look for jobs or the university overseas. It's just like, nope, you can't even think about that right now. You have to think about something else. And I really feel where does oversight in our intelligence community come from? Where is it from? Because I'm sorry. The transparency booklet for citizens is like 6,000 pages long, and there's no short note card. There's no short note card version. With transparency and accountability being like 6,000 pages long, 6,000 pages you got to read. That's so. You know, I don't want to say Canada, feel free to be funny all the time. But when you see what's going on with America and the Canadians' asshole with a knife, you're going to really worry about people in the Pentagon, in Canada, all day and night. You really are. When you see what's going on with the Canadians' asshole and the knife, you really are. And I don't know what else to do. It's like the war pig. I don't know how to describe it. It's like the war pigs on like a rampage in the Pentagon. It's like knock knock knock. All I can hear is snort snort snort. Is we want hover tanks in the cities patrolling for UFOs, and I'm going. I mean you can't even have one ethical synthetic telepathy program. It's like you've got slavery going on over here. You've got slavery going on over there. It's like America's got like little bursts of slavery bursting out here in the intelligence community. You've got little bursts of slavery bursting out there in the intelligence community. And you're going, why are people outraged in our amazing country? Really? I just hope nobody's smoking crack in the Pentagon. I was thinking about this earlier, and I'm going, there's like a famous person, like a mayor or something, who was going home and smoking crack just like casually. Yes, I'm going home and I'm rocking out. I'm smoking crack cocaine and stuff. And I'm wondering, do certain people at our Pentagon here in the United States of America go home and just like smoke crack or something? Is somebody just checking to see if I'm paying attention with some of these inputs I got? And so I basically with what I'm learning with my extraterrestrials today, I cannot do this like amazing message of hope that tells you there's like a great future in America and you should go to America and it's a commercial for USA. I can tell you if you're an office worker out there going, is there something really as wrong in this office as there seems to be? Maybe, and if you're like if some kind of U.S. government office worker, drifts across this video and finds it on the internet, and you're thinking about taking a vacation and never returning, please, 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 don't let me stop you. Okay, if a government worker in an intelligence community who finds this, who's been involved in synthetic telepathy research, is wondering, is our country really as bad as it seems to be? I guarantee you, if you're thinking about taking a vacation and possibly never coming back, get ready and go to just like casually take your vacation and slip out of the office, because there is something so wrong. There is something so mentally wrong here in the USA, as with my experience, as if you're having this feeling like, should I get out now? Then yes, you should. You should get out now. You should get out now is my feeling after, I would say, like the last, I don't know how to describe it other than I get a really bad feeling. I get a really bad feeling about here in our country. And how does this work in Five Eyes countries? Because there's still synthetic telepathy in the other countries. Is there better accountability? Are there not like 30 or 40 nightmare officers at the CIA who go in there going, yeah, no, I know people are being told, American citizens, we're using this technology on them to tell them, we're going to go make you dig your own grave out in the desert and throw yourself out in your own grave is how corrupt our country's getting to cover up our slavery. Because what the extraterrestrials was trying to, in contact with me was trying to tell me there's 30 or 40 people at the CIA who just know that there's like psychological torture like that going on. They just know there's excesses like that going on at the CIA, and they're going, basically people feel unsafe in this country. I want to encourage you wholeheartedly to think about study or work abroad. If anybody happens across this video, they're worried about study or work abroad, they're worried something so horrible is going on in the USA just under the surface, get out while you still can. Get out while you still can, might be my message for tonight, after what I've experienced in recent days. All right. And so one of the programs I connected with made me feel like, there might be a future for our country briefly. I'm just worried there's some kind of AI thing going on. It's like you have to go on hold, and you have to wait for like Brian's thought reform to complete. I'm waiting on hold for the other person. When you see how this advanced futuristic system works, you're gonna go. I'm gonna have to make some kind of nightmare dystopia based on this, and not like this like amazing, with apologies to, I just want extraterrestrial context. I mean, it's like I want to do something like a utopia. I do something like a utopia. It's just like how do I do this without? How do I do this without it not being utopia? All right, because and how no. How does it work with the Five Eyes in Germany, where there's also no there's the Five Eyes plus two, or the Five Eyes plus two, because really, somebody to say you want black sites in America, you want Americans taken to black sites where they're just like put to sleep. I'm really worried somebody's ready to turn the National Clandestine Service into a monster that corrupt, where it's like psychotronics technologies make you wait like by the side of the road in a van, where some creep comes and picks you up and injects you with chemicals and like takes you to the black site and has you put to sleep if they don't like you. And I'm worried that's how corrupt of a country we could be becoming. So, oversight from them, that's from the National Security Council, or there seem to be different oversight organizations. I'm still learning more about their imperatives at this time, how the mission works. And so basically, I don't want to see the USA become that, where it's turning into this nightmare state where people have to go dig their own graves by the side of the road, put themselves in their own grave by the side of the road. And the misuse of psychotronics technology, machines that act on the human mind, could be that bad. You could make, America USA 2037. You could be that bad. And I definitely can't sit here chanting woohoo, hoot and holler, go USA. America is so amazing after what I've experienced the last 10 years or so. What I have are really dire concerns about the future of civil liberties in this country, and really dire concerns about advanced technology in this country, and accountability in the U.S. government and how it works. And is there something else you thought I should discuss, Nerami? Because I got off topic in previous take. I think this is take 3 or take 4 now. And we're overthinking it. I mean, my YouTube is allowed to be just like stream of consciousness garbage, where I just go out and I make pronouncements and I say whatever. And if the video's still there in a week, I did a good job. No. No, anybody out there thinking about taking a vacation to a foreign country and possibly not coming back, possibly means me do send meaningful glances to the person in the foreign country. Yes, I want to defect to your foreign country. Well, I wasn't even going to go there with defection and the right word choice. Basically, anybody thinking about seeking shelter or refuge in a foreign country here in the USA, office workers, people concerned about misuse of this technology, get out while you still can, because if you're an office worker in a different kind of AI situation than I am, where you can actually even think about your foreign vacation, good for you. Good for you. And I can't say that I really regret getting involved in online contactee work, but basically, I really feel like there's something going on in our country that's that bad, and that's just it. That's just it. I can't respect myself and go here in the morning and go, hey guys, America's great, and I have like announcements about stuff that's amazing. I can't feel like that right now with the state of psychotronics technology in this country, because if there's one program that's relatively safe, and then you have to sit in the queue to listen to how does this work? because how does the system work day to day for civilians? How does it really work? There's no transparency on it. Yeah, there's really got to be something. There's really got to be something wrong going on, and I don't think this can turn into I wake up tomorrow and I have missing time and I go, hey guys, America's great, it's really amazing. Okay. And I almost want to say I regret going into certain Republican circles online where Republicans are going to evaluate every single piece of information and go, does this serve the Republican Party or not? And the people are evaluating, is this for my political party or not? Then your office politics are affecting our lives. All right? For those of us who are simply ready to put our hands and go, there's something so wrong in this. There's something so wrong in this country. See, because you can't seek asylum. The most fucked up thing about this for me is you can't seek asylum in Canada as an American. It's like the U.S.-Canada Safe Third Countries Agreement. I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe with how dangerous of a country we are that Canada had to put a stamp on us. Like, America's a safe country and it's good, actually. Because I'm having like, no, Canada, no. We're not a safe country and something going on here is not okay with this technology. It is not okay. Something going on here in the USA is not okay. Countries are obviously connected by the Ministry of Defense in some kind of AI situation. Something like that's going on. No, I'm visualizing a flowchart in my mind. I really got to start writing down like flow charts, and here we go. Here we go, springtime and summertime and redecorating. And I really feel Alright, so my spirit guides are with me. My spirit guides help me get through this. Thank you, gods. Thank the gods. The gods help me get through this. Alright. Alright, thank you, gods. Because once it's beyond machines acting on your human mind, once it's like what kind of psychic presence is acting on your crown chakra, here we go. Here we go with some of the most important decisions of your life, including which spirits you allow to act on your crown chakra. And I guarantee you that's one of the most important decisions of your life. It's like what spirits you allow, what psychic presences you allow to remain there. Once you feel something acting on it, you can't deny it. It's like you're noticing it. And I'm worried how many people there don't notice it. And something is so messed up with our politics. I think this is why more people. Last time I checked the polls, it's been a while since I checked polls and numbers, and actually really engaged with the research on this. Don't want to engage with traditional mainstream politics. Just ready to ditch Republicans and ditch the Democrats and just go away from mainstream politics toward third parties. And I completely understand that. I completely understand that. If you have this feeling that something's deeply wrong in the country, please, you owe it to yourself to consider options overseas. Is how I feel after an experience I've had for the last 10 years, which I attempted to detail earlier today, and I guarantee you, I do not feel like our Pentagon is so amazing and so safe right now that it is okay and you can have a hover tank in our country, and I feel great with that. That's not okay with me. Alright, I think oh. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, and okie dokie. I'm sorry. Oh. Okie dokie. No, no. Did I finish the joke about the cigars? Because I think we got off track with the joke about the cigars, where if India has 7 cigars and Canada has 2, does Canada joke to our Pentagon? Yes, Pentagon, we have 12,000 cigar-shaped UFOs. So there's human-made anti-gravity craft. There's beyond like the TR-3B audience that's been discussed. And I almost want to give a link to Michael Sala. Like, yeah, and I don't see a lot of audiences online discussing it besides Michael Sala, but I really want to encourage people who are going to comment in that audience. Beware of the Black Navy. There's an advanced technology group called the Black Navy in our country that has access to really advanced technology, and I'm really worried that they're ready to terrorize citizens in their own home, like the NSA's Blue Moon Group does. And I know the Andromedans and others sometimes need help in the timelines that they're in. Might be trying to control something as advanced as the Blue Moon Group. It's very controversial. It's like, who talks about the Blue Moon Group outside of that audience? Because I look around the room and I think, oh yeah, I had this really unfortunate, after it's different, completely separate from my other mental conditioning experience. It's like, what do you mean this was mental conditioning? This is just like, fuck you, citizen, we're the Blue Moon Group, fuck you very much. And I'm going, fuck you too, Blue Moon Group, fuck you too very much. Fuck you very much, Blue Moon Group. Okay, so I think, no, this is definitely not turning into the Blue Moon Group is amazing, actually, and it's really great. I guarantee you. Tomorrow I don't wake up and I say, the Blue Moon Group is amazing, actually, and it's really great. I'm worried. I'm sometimes, no offense, guys, I'm having these notes like, Andromedans, do you need backup on the Blue Moon Group? I haven't felt that way today, where it's like the Blue Moon Group is so out of control. I'm going, Andromedans, do you need backup on this? And all right. All right. So, something the Blue Moon Group did is not okay, and I think I could do like an entire hour on this about something that happened with the Blue Moon Group was not okay. I think I could do an entire hour about that. Something happening at the NSA's Blue Moon Group's not okay, and if you go into Michael Sala's audience, beware. If you have some kind of synthetic telepathy nightmare story, I would actually hesitate to comment in that audience at all, because at no point when I commented in this audience did I feel like an amazing person from our Navy reached out and was like, hey Bryant, are you okay? Is there something wrong going on in your life, Bryant? Because do I not need to know much about you? Who are you? It's just like basically out of nowhere with Michael Sala's audience, I had like, fuck you, we're the American Navy, fuck you kind of experience, and I'm going, with apologies, none of it's I know there's got to be something real about Michael Sala, but it wasn't like a real extraterrestrial just like jumped out of the box and was like, oops, very safe with me. With Michael Sala, and I'm going, no offense, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be something real about him, because I see cigar-shaped UFOs there. There's going to be something real about him. It can't be totally fake. At the same time, I'm going, if you have some kind of story like mine where it's like there's something going on in our government that's not okay, it is not a good, apparently it seems like it is not a good audience to trade into. It is not a good audience to trade into, because you might just get like this psychic response like, fuck you very much from the Navy. Which leads me to my sentiment tonight, that if you feel like there's something really wrong here in the USA, get out while you still can. Get out while you still can. So there's still enough freedom that people like Dr. Sala can talk about the Black Navy. At least there's that. And so yes, people involved in like secret space programs possibly need arrested. I was also trying to remember, this might have been a take one. Let me cut this out. I think America's helicopter pilots need more time off work. Trust me, here in the United States of America, something like our helicopter pilots need more time off work. And I guarantee you, somebody involved in one of the USA secret space programs needs taken out on zip straps. They need like zipped up and taken to like a military tribunal with what's going on. Because it's like the Black Monks program and the Black Navy seem about on par with me, and how horrifying they are. It's like where they really want like a UFO like just appears outside your window, and you have to be like, hands up, don't shoot a UFO. with like a real human and a real UFO. It's just appears as if some kind of magic technology. And I know if you ever think you see like a triangle-shaped craft, some people have associated with the U.S. Air Force in that audience with Michael Sala, be ready if you see them, like put your hands up. Because there's some really over-eager people, with apologies to the fine people at U.S. Starcom, emotionally stable people at U.S. Starcom. Some of these people on these triangle-shaped craft are like over-eager, and you got to be ready to be like, okay, I have my hands up, I'm not threatening you, craft. I'm not threatening you. Because I don't want to say these are these pretty thin tin cans. Sorry. Oof. And in general, when I think of the secret space programs and what I think I remember, and ranking them in their order of dangerousness to our liberties, I would actually put like the Blue Moon Group and the Black Navy as like the highest danger to our civil liberties, and I worry less about the Air Force secret space programs. Because the people in the Air Force secret space programs at least have, like, okay, the civilians got their hands up, yeah, I'm not ready to shoot. Yeah, the guys in like the Black Monks program, and the guys in the Black Navy, they're ready to send like the second guy in the craft, and they're like, you get down! Yeah, do as you're told by us! Do as you're told by us! We're really scary, horrible fuckers in the military. And they're ready to do this on U.S. streets and U.S. cities. And so it's good to me that there's cigar-shaped craft in Germany. It's good to me that there's cigar-shaped craft in Canada. I hope there's a bunch of cigar-shaped craft in France when other countries can come in here and go, hey, yeah, put like the Black Monks program and put people in the Black Navy under space arrest. I will go, good job. Good job for our secret space programs, good job. When they could possibly put personnel in the Black Monks program and the Black Navy under arrest, I will go, good job, international community, good job. Thank you, international community. I really will. I really will, because, you know, with the Air Force secret space guy, it's obviously like, okay, his hands are up, you know, they're not ready to send like a second guy, and they're like, terrorize you! Yeah, terrorize you in the name of the U.S. Air Force, I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Like, they're not ready to send like this, you know, my experience with what I thought I saw this, was this a secret spacecraft that depicted in Dr. Solo's audience. It's like right there on the cover, look exactly like on the cover. There's got to be something real about the guy. I didn't feel like the second guy's ready to jump off the triangle-shaped craft and be like, you get down, yeah, you get down, do as you're told. But with the Black Monks program, they just want them to be able to like sit there terrorizing you with like a mind control device inside the UFO, just like for like hours, just like terrorize a citizen here, terrorize a citizen there. And there's basically nothing about what's going on with the current Black Monks program that's compatible with democracy as we know it. And the United States Black Monks program is so horrifying to me, with what's going on with replacing humanity versus the transhumanist thinking of augmenting humans with machines. With what's going on with replacing humanity, I am just so uncomfortable with that, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be 7 billion more nobodies out there. Or I'm not going to call myself a nobody. I'm not going to do that to myself. There's going to be just 7 billion somebodies out there who are going to go, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. There's got to be at least 6 billion somebodies who are going to go, no, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. So, and so there's something real about those programs. I would certainly attest to that on an affidavit, though I don't think that's really necessary. I would also tell people to be careful in Laura Eisenhower circles if you're wondering about how those online circles work. Because if you stay around Michael Sala long enough, I guarantee you, if you thought there's something wrong in our government, Alex Collier's Andromedans, and I've spoken about them in the previous video, Alex Collier's Andromedans are not going to jump out of the walls and be horrifying to you, probably. I guarantee you're not going to get the feeling that like this horrifying creature is going to jump out of the walls with what I would call an Andromedan. And apologies. And no, at least thanks to the internet, I don't have to wait for like this VHS to finish and like the winders, and I'm, you know, I can still remember enough of the 90s. I can still remember anything from the 90s. I'm going, you know, and how does this work? Do I record the VHS tape? When I'm thinking about saying the VHS tapes of this in the mail, I'm just going, at least there's that. At least there's that. So I guarantee you the Black Monks program is that scary, though. I guarantee you it's that scary. So thank you, gods. I know the gods are with me and the gods are helping me get through this. And I just call them evening ramble about secret space programs. Yeah. And you know, can these groups with advanced technology and I'm how government psychotronics programs work is really alarming. I'm sure there's somebody who wants to depict them as the stuff of science fiction. He wants to just go, no, these are just crazy people on the internet who are confused about what's fictional and what's not, and I'll tell you, no. Psychotronics programs, machines that enact on the human mind and even modify human behavior are out there, they're being deployed actively, and they're real. Now, I'm not former military personnel, but there's former military personnel out there who's actually been briefed on the technology, who can talk to you, who I think I've talked to. I think I've seen them out there. I've got to find a better link than the one I had. The problem is when Democrats want to throw as many Republicans down the well as they can, and Republicans want to throw as many Democrats down the well as they can, people are going to go, something is really wrong in this country. It's like, what the hell is going on here? And so basically, Canadian secret space programs, if you're out there, you have every reason to worry about our country. You have every reason to worry about our country, and I think the German secret space programs already know that. I think the German secret space programs are going, yeah, sehr good. And they know that. And any kind of Indian secret space program, oh boy, there's just such talk of such a base in the Himalayas, and I'm going, I hope so. If Canada got the joke backward, and India has maybe not 11,000 cigar-shaped craft, but Canada had, I've never even seen one up here with like a Canadian flag on it. But basically, if I thought I saw an anti-gravity vehicle on it with a Canadian flag in our airspace, and where this goes right back to the hover tanks, it's like, we need hover tanks to protect us from the Canadians, don't we? We need hover tanks to protect us from the Canadians. This is no joke, this is no sci-fi. This is like, I'm actually going into the Pentagon at work, and I actually don't smoke crack, sir. This is like an entire actual Pentagon employee's real day. It's like, where I go into work, and I plan the hover tanks, and I'm not even really smoking crack cocaine. And going, hover tanks in America? Hover tanks in American skies just patrolling. Yeah, and I mean, what's going to replace attack helicopters? It's like, first the UFOs came, and then we need attack helicopters everywhere. We just need attack helicopters everywhere in the country, and yeah, we got to talk about this, Air Force, we got to talk about this. Because it's got to be like, I work, I'm envisioning like Anonymous Face Mask Man, where it's like I don't want to put on like a pantyhose and dim the lights so much. But I'm envisioning somebody like that. I must want to put this shirt over my head and turn off the lights for a while or something. See what I can do with video effects, or like a cloth or a sheet. And I have, there's every reason to worry about our country right now. There's every reason to worry about our country right now. I hope, I'm. That's how I feel about after experiences like I've had in recent weeks, and. So I think I don't know if I remember. I think I mentioned the Nerami extraterrestrials. I started this. I think this is like take 4 at the behest of an extraterrestrial called Nerami. I'll give a link to where I learned about them in the description. And they don't seem like a hoax to me. They don't seem like some kind of. I experienced one state-of-the-art deception technique. One state-of-the-art, absolute state-of-the-art deception technique. And bad news bears, guys. America sucks. People want to get out. Bad news bears. And I'm almost just ready to mic drop and leave it right there and go, yep. Because with the stress you're going to be under interfacing with one of these programs, you're going to be under a lot of stress. And I guarantee you, people in the Pentagon don't deserve hover tanks with how dangerous the Blue Moon Group is and how dangerous the Black Navy is. It's like, I feel like, no, America, no, 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 no. You can't have hover tanks until you can get the Black Navy and the Blue Moon Group under control. That's how I sincerely feel, because if there's any Pleiadians or any like real extraterrestrials connected to Michael Sala, I'm going with apologies to the Andromedans. I'm going. Do you need help, Ian? Do you need help getting the Blue Moon Group or Black Navy under control sometimes? And I'm really worried about the future of civil liberties in this country, because with both Republicans and Democrats sometimes and others wanting to squash civil liberties in this country, when can creeps like Mr. Hamilton at the CIA? I was told there was an officer at the United States Central Intelligence Agency called Mr. Hamilton, and that he and 30 or 40 other people are aware at that agency that American civilians are being psychologically tortured by other CIA personnel. It's just like, yeah, we just go in there every day casually torturing like Mr. Hamilton. And I'm going, whoa, really, extraterrestrial, Mr. Hamilton. So there's a Mr. Hamilton to say, all right, well, if Mr. Hamilton and 30 or 40 others are aware that this technology is being used to torture Americans to death in America, how can they sleep at night? How can sea officers sleep at night knowing each other might be that bad? And so I hope this is some kind of training drill, because absolutely, if our country was that bad, I'd have to just like jump up and do something about that right now. If something going on in our country was that bad, I certainly just can't rubber stamp another day where it's like, yep, everyone who knows something that bad is going on at the United States Central Intelligence Agency, which has so much influence over these pentagram firms. I'm thinking about it's like this: who keeps? See, I think what they want there is like, who keeps America's Pentagon going other than us at the CIA? And then she's just. I'm say Molly 4, 5, and 6. Here we go with Molly 4, 5, and 6. And I guarantee you, it really seems like there's something that bad going on in our country. And whatever extraterrestrials are involved in, like say top secret or above, you cannot be too strict with them. Because where else is anything other going to go? Where else is it? Where else is anything? I mean, what's at all? It's like this person had what kind of security clearance? And go I get there knowing this advanced technology is being used to do that to American citizens? I don't think it's okay, because what next? I mean, what next? Is like some creep like Hamilton at the CIA just signs you up for, yeah, I just want you to go be taken out to like a black site here. Is there really a black site in Idaho? I hope not. I hope it's on a black site in our neighboring state was like our Americans are taken and quietly like put to sleep. Here in our country is how bad we're getting. I'm worried. It's just like, yep, I just want to use like a top secret technology to make people like walk themselves to the back of the van and like drive away to the black site and just like basically put themselves to sleep on the black site if they can't be taken out to dig their own grave. And I'm really worried something going on at the CIA is that bad. And so hopefully we can get our dangerous, out of control country under control, because it really seems to me like there's something involved with advanced technology, especially with these groups I mentioned, that's going on that's not okay. That's going on. There's something going on with advanced technology that's not okay. And so I don't know. I mean, what is it today? I've seen, are just like the war pigs going crazy in the Pentagon? Like, I need more war. I need more war in the sky. Because if our helicopter pilots aren't getting enough time off, no, you can't have more war in the sky, Pentagon. No, stop smoking crack. Stop smoking crack, Pentagon. Stop smoking crack, okay? Whatever the hell it is you're doing in there. Because I definitely can't go in here like America's great, America's amazing, actually. And there's just something so amazing in our country that you should get involved with. I can still respect myself and sign off on, there's something really dangerous and horrendous going on in our country, and we need to be talking about it. We need to be talking about it instead of stay there quietly being afraid of our country. Hmm. I thought I was sensing one extraterrestrial telepathic contact with. Oh. Um, I also can't start debunking Elena Denon. I think somebody wants me to go on here and do something as preposterous as debunking Elena Denon. I can't do that. However she is. I accidentally went in those online contact circles, and I'll give a link to her in the description. And for a while it was fine. There might be something going on with her that's more than transdimensional grid work. But basically, if you're worried that you're a slave in America, those are not the Pleiadians to contact involved with Elena Denon. If you're worried there's any truth about any truth about psychotronic slavery programs in our country, like I've been exposed to myself and I described in a previous video, I really guarantee you I want to just cry thinking about Elena Denon, because I know there's like a little girl inside of her, and she's not just like some vicious psychopath preying on her audience. I know she's not just some like creep preying on her audience at some level. At another level, I'm worried. I don't want to say I outlive my usefulness to her, but I guarantee you, if you have a story where it's like something's going on in America that's not okay, I don't think her Pleiadians can help you. I don't think they can help you. It's just like, are you guys even exhaust? And so I'm sure that I'm controlled in some minds by the dangerous and ruthless Tal Shiar. Yep. I'm sure it's like, here it is, Thorhan, here it is. Yep, here I am, the dangerous and ruthless Tal Shiar. How do you feel, motherfucker? Here I am, the dangerous and ruthless Tal Shiar. How do you feel, motherfucker? How do you feel now? So once you spend 30 or 40 hours researching these videos, I guarantee you I'm going to go, there might be something going on with her that's not fake. I can't speak to what it is. But once it's like you have to be the evil Nordic type extraterrestrials of Canada, you do. You have to be the evil Nordic type extraterrestrials of Canada who are evil, actually, and you don't understand. You don't understand because you signed up for Canada and not America, Nordic alien. Yeah. I'm really worried where this is going, is all fucking Venusians must fucking hang in the Pentagon. And the Pentagon learns that the goddamn motherfucking Venusians invaded Canada like 40 or 50 years ago, and the Venusians are like crawling around in tunnels, like, build, Canada, build! Yeah. Build more anti-gravity craft, Canada, build! Yeah. People in the Pentagon are gonna be like, what the fuck? Yeah. I wanna go chase blondie around in tunnels in Canada! I wanna go to Canada and I wanna chase blonde people around! And something about this audience going on is so preposterous that I don't want to hurt Elena Denon's feelings. I didn't have like a really, Elena Denon's a real online commentator in these circles, and if you have anything at all that's not useful to I don't want to say nationalist propaganda. If you have anything at all going on in your life that's not useful to American nationalist propaganda, like U.S. right-wing propaganda, you might just want to like quietly back away if you accidentally fell in that audience. Just like quietly back away from Elena Denon, and quietly back away from Michael Sala, and go. Maybe there's other safer online audiences to engage with, where you're not going to be evaluated for your usefulness to propaganda. Maybe not. And I don't know. I'm evaluating information that would seem to be extraterrestrial telepaths revealed to me, and I know there's detailed, convincing simulations, really detailed, convincing simulations. And once you can feel the atmosphere in the extraterrestrial ship changing, temperature, that's different. Once you can feel like, is that like a rush of air coming in here from your timeline? That smells like different air. You might have something else going on besides a neurological condition. you might actually have somebody there in like another timeline going, yep, nope, I'm here. I time traveled 2 years ago in the pod, and I've been sitting in this goddamn pod eating MREs for 2 years, and I'm worried. I'm worried something like that's going on in our country's Navy, where I had to go in the goddamn pod and eat MREs for 2 years, and I just didn't love being in the pod eating MREs for the last 2 goddamn years, time traveling on our goddamn MREs and stuff. And I'm really worried how time travel factors into it. With apologies to Alex Collier's audience, and I know you Andromedans, so try to be really supportive with me as best you can. I'm sometimes worried you need support from the Lyrans. You need help from the Lyrans with what's going on in the Blue Moon Clinton Black Monks program. And I almost want to wrap this one up here and call this an evening ramble about secret space programs. So I'll check in with your later video audience.